Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and join the advanced women of Harding choirs with the singing of tonight's national anthem. And now for tonight's starters. First for the visitors from River Valley, a 6'4" junior number 0, Carson Smith. And now for Marion, head coach Davey Pearson, a 6'3" freshman number 1, Marcus Hemphill. For the Martins, a 6'4" senior number 1, Carson Myers. For Harding, a 6'1" junior number 24, Braylon Dyer. For R&B, a 6' senior number 3, Brock Mosier. For the Presidents, a 6'3" junior number 0, Marquise Long. For the blue and gold, a 6' sophomore, number 4, Chase Ebert. For the red and black, a 6'1" senior, number 2, Jaden Jones. And for the Vikings, a 6'2" senior, number 21, Blake Mosier. And for your Prexies, a 6'1" senior, number 22, Jeffrey Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Marion Harding Presidents.
Oh, hey, well, yeah, your mic cut out there. I'll take it over.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Harding High School. We have a barn burner for you this evening. We have the Presidents versus the Vikings of River Valley here at Harding High School, a game that I have personally had circled for a long time. I'm Scott Cameron, and to my right,
this is Josh Votal.
Oh, boy, Josh.
Yes.
Baby.
We saw quite an exciting game in the JV game as well just before this. Tied with at the final buzzer beater by River Valley to take the win.
And River Valley beat Harding out at their place earlier this year by a buzzer beater, heartbreaker. And
yes.
Folks, strap those boots on. Let's get ready to jump on this horse, and that ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to go to Harding. Yeah, this is like I said, man, I've had this circled on my calendar for a year.
And we've got quite a crowd here tonight as well.
It is packed. They honored the bowling team championship. They just won the championship, and the band is here. The The women's chorus sang the national anthem. We got people behind us, Josh.
Yes, we have not had this all season.
Oh, yeah. So Marquise Long has the ball. Nice cut by Jones. Jones, a little strong off the mark. Hit out of bounds. Stays here with Harding.
And you're going to see that a lot from Harding because we've seen that as well, that motion with that cut.
Yes.
And it's worked out pretty well throughout the year. I expect to see that a lot more and see if River Valley can keep up with it.
Yeah, it was a unbelievable game there at River Valley, watching that, watching these two great teams duke it out. And kind of a careless pass by Marcus, and Marcus kind of assumed that Marcus assumed that Dyer would just kind of roll off of that and kind of lacklusterly pass that. And,
Didn't work out that way.
Did not work out that way. He lacklustered to set the screen, and that kind of ended up burning him. So here we are with Ebert, who's first in assists in the conference, 5.5, but he's also in the top 5 with steals. I believe he might be first even. So
both the ball around for 3 off the iron.
Off the mark by Smith, and got it. Yep, got it out of bounds.
Yep.
And again, both of these teams bring in a lot of stat pushers. We have a ton of top 3 in the conference here tonight.
Yes.
So,
in just about every category.
Just about. So, again, this is the game, folks.
And I think everyone knew that coming into it. That's why this place. I tell you, when
hold on, nice jump there. Marcus had a nice jump stop, and he basically had a wide open lane. Jump stop right to the block, easy put in with the right. Ooh.
When I got here for the JV game, nice
three-point shot by Brock Mosier.
And the parking lot was already full.
It was full when I left here at 5:45, Josh.
Man.
I went and I came back here. So Hemphill with the ball at the top of the key, looking, sets it up, gives it over, and Marquise wanted a foul. That's not happening. And loose ball picked up by Dyer. Dyer dribbles, stops the charity stripe. Oh, and Hemphill.
Gets a rebound, goes back up strong, and it's good.
Hemphill was almost too wide open on that.
And I love seeing him go up strong. Get his rebound, go back up.
He didn't. Yep. He kept straight to chin to the rim, right up. There's no challenge. He already had his defensive player was already on his hip. Mosier dribbles in. He finds himself with an easy deuce. And Brock Mosier kind of keeping the Vikings alive here early on with 5 points, and he has all 5 of them, of course. Harding trails 5-4. Dyer dribbles in around.
In the paint.
Yep. Kind of forces an ugly shot. There was other people to run an offense, and he kind of forced a shot. And, early on, players have all these jitters. Yeah, you see this all over.
Yeah.
Kind of sloppy, and I kind of expect that. Players are going to be amped up. Marquise doesn't get a charge call, and he gets a roll. Marquise very fortunate. Long pass. And that's going to go over. Yeah.
Yes. Harding.
It's going to be Harding's ball.
With possession. And that's kind of turned the tide with the crowd for sure.
Yeah, their legs kind of got tangled up. Myers just went off his hands, man. I know the fans kind of wanted a foul. They kind of feel like there was a charge down here, but honestly, he wasn't set. And speaking of foul.
River Valley foul number 3, Brock Mosier. That's his first, team's first.
Again, Harding coming in here tonight with what I believe a 13-4 overall, 9-1. I'm sorry, a 15-4, 10-2 record. Nice backdoor look, rainbow pass. Oh,
good.
Jeffrey Jones made the nice little rainbow run. We always called that a rainbow run in high school anyways.
3
off the mark. And there's going to be a foul on that one. Just like that. River Valley's kind of, they're not major fouls. They're just kind of ticky-tack little fouls. But
yes.
We're going to have our first sub coming in, Kenny from River Valley. Checking into the game. And River Valley setting up in a full court defense here.
Yes.
Full court press.
Yes. They're matched up, but it doesn't look like they're going to stick with it.
Nope.
They're going to break out of it, go to one-on-one, come down.
which means that it's either a bluff or it has to go to the right person, and then they snap into it. So Hemphill with the ball at the top, the key, dribbles around, low chest pass, picked up by Dyer. Dyer goes to the middle of the paint.
Good push.
Puts up a shot and he gets the bounce.
Dances around and goes in.
Yeah, that hit the rim about 4 or 5 times there, Josh.
Yeah.
So
you hold your breath on shots like that.
No doubt.
Every time.
Mosier dribbles. Oh,
good hard take.
And that was a nice block by Dyer.
For sure.
Hemphill on the run, stops. Oh, and he needs. That's a freshman mistake.
Good block.
Oh
no.
Be 2 shots here. So Hemphill
got a piece.
Hemphill's move was not incorrect. He just needs to be aware. He's not used to that awareness. There's a guy behind you, and if you're gonna give a chest pass knowing there's a guy behind you, you can't do that. It has to be a bounce pass if you're gonna do anything, because angle-wise they're right behind you. And that's okay. It's a freshman mistake. It's early on the game. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back. That's the kind of stuff you learn from him.
Yeah, like you said, it's early.
Yep.
So,
and clanking both off.
Both of them miss.
And Myers shoots a long three.
It misses as well.
At the rebound. Oh, man. Mosier. Oh, man, put up by, there we go. Carson Smith. And there's too many shots there for River Valley. Harding did not basically, their lack of rebounding caused that 3-point shot. They didn't get anything off the missed free throws. Jumbled, missed shots. They had too many opportunities. River Valley.
Good push.
Oh, nice lefty. And it's real simple, man. If you give a team enough opportunities, they're going to score. I mean, you can't.
Right.
If you give them 4 offensive rebounds, they're going to score. Kenny with the ball. Ooh,
good.
Ooh, no foul. Yeah, I was going to say. That was the right call.
It just seemed like it came a little late there, so I didn't think it was going to call it.
Yep. It looked pretty obvious to me. It just wasn't a very loud whistle.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe there's too many people.
Too many people. I was going to say the crowd in here. We haven't had this either.
Yeah. So Smith kind of had to fight through the screens, left alone. Gives a nice little Scooty Penn-esque floater. And hit out of bounds. Harding really needs to take care of the ball here. I know there's not really. It's almost like a fake pressure kind of thing, but they need to take care of the ball.
And then sink back into get set up in their defense.
And there we go. There we go. So River Valley.
It looked like a 3-2 defense.
Yep. Yes. Kind of. Yeah, they're not switching. So
yeah. And
it's
I hadn't seen this yet.
So it looks like a 1-2-2 flex up. Nice shot here. And selection.
Wide open.
Just off the mark. Marquise Long.
Good fight for the ball.
Yeah, he picked it out. Just couldn't end up with it. Mosier drives out to the corner. Back to Mosier. Mosier's going to give it to Smith. Smith shoots a 3. And he gets one to dribble down. And he has 8 points right off the bat here, man. So Harding now is finding themselves down by 1. A little over 2 minutes left in the quarter.
And looks like they're sticking with that.
Yep. Oh, that's an easy call. Yep. Marquise, he gave the old chicken wing.
Marion Harding player control foul.
His left arm went out. He gave the old chicken wing with his elbow. Refs are going to call that every single time. Now, I don't think it was a very hard one. So it was a good acting job by River Valley.
Yes.
So great job by their defender to sell that call, but I call that in soccer all the time, man. Once you get that chicken wing out, it's an easy call for me, man.
Less than 2 minutes, first period.
Mosier sees, he saw it lane. He pulled it back out, though. Back to
good
Mosier.
Defense.
Yeah,
just
great defense, good switching.
Yeah.
And that's out of bounds.
Filling in where they need to. And good switching.
That's a tough pass. I mean, if you're gonna give an entry pass like that when a guy's running across, you got to give him a bounce pass. But to the benefit of Harding, and this is what that trap is. They're waiting for Hemphill to get that, and we've seen that a couple times where Marcus has struggled with that pressure on the defense when it comes to full court. So they were waiting for that. why they were doing it. Oh.
Not enough on the bounce pass there.
Well, I don't think he
Didn't
realized
get
he's
high
coming
enough.
to you. I don't think he realized that Layden was coming to him. And I don't think he just didn't look at him. And Trey Cady spots up Mosier here defensively. I'm sorry, Ebert. Sorry, I keep saying Mosier. I'm a terrible person, Josh. Ebert dribbles off the block, and he's going to get an and one. Oh. Man. Again, Chase Ebert, first in assists and first in steals. So, I mean, Carson Myers, first in scoring at 21.9, first in rebounds, 11.2, third in blocks. Harding, stats-wise, Marquise Longs, he's fifth in scoring at 17.5 a game.
The extra one strong.
Off the mark, and they are not scoring off the free throws, and that's helping Harding. Ooh, yeah, I can see why people are mad about that. Let it go.
Words of Elsa.
Trey Cady shoots a long three off the front of the iron, and great defensive setup there by Sawyer Weston to block out Harding. Let that ball go out of bounds. And 15-12 here. Let's see if River Valley waits for the last shot. See what Coach Brown does.
And
Smith off the mark. You can tell as soon as it went up. Yep, Jones got the board.
Up there.
He did. He jumped up. Ooh, yeah. Trey Cady wanted the ball, but he had to go towards the basket if he was going to get that. 20 seconds left. Surely you would think after Stokes with that high ball screen, probably going to wait for the last shot here unless it's an absolute diamond. Nice take to the hole.
All the way.
Nice take by Jeffrey Jones to get 2 points. But now Harding has to hunker down defensively and not allow an easy shot.
And not foul here either. And good
off
job.
the mark. Oh, my goodness, Josh. 15-14. Yes, River Valley over the Presidents after first quarter. Folks, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Harding Telecom Digital Media. Unlike television, print, and radio media, which are all one-way communications, digital media creates an interconnected world of interactive communications that puts you in control of content creation and broadcasting. As a member of Harding Telecom, we have 3 ways of building your digital media skills.
Oh, and folks, we're back here at Harding High School. We're for the second quarter action of what was really a kind of a sloppy barn burner. Is that I mean, it's fast paced, but it really wasn't as
a lot
productive.
of shots,
a
not
lot
a lot of buckets.
No, a lot of offensive rebounds. I tell you what.
Yes.
And it was a little bit sloppy at first. You know, emotions high. You had adrenaline's pumping and thumping in time.
You've got to get, you have that 20-minute warm up, but you're really not truly warmed up until you've started running the court.
Yes.
You know.
So I anticipate this quarter to be a little more, I don't want to say settled, but a little more clean from both perspectives
and
offensively.
I still expect the same pace from both teams, speed-wise.
Correct, but I think it will be much more clean. So, nice pass. Down to Moses, blocked by Marcus Hempel. Says, get out of here.
Stays with River Valley.
Yeah,
but
I think Layden
still a good block.
Layden kind of probably should have gone after that and kind of thrown that in, trying to throw it in, but that's all right. That's a hard spot to take it out there in the corner. So River Valley comes out in flat 4. Oh,
my goodness.
That is
old
always
school. That is. I think I saw that on the movie Old School. And maybe even the Tropic Thunder.
It was like Xavier McDaniel throwing the ball in or something.
A little semi-pro basketball action.
Somewhere John Starks is smiling.
Yes.
Layden Jones taking the ball, but has to be a spot. And that's the
Way to
right
come
person
up
to
and
get
get
to.
it.
Marquise Long sets it up to the point guard as he walks it, jogs it down the floor, being guarded intently by Smith.
And
Yeah, and Harding
And
kind of just doing a, you have a guy running the corners, and there it is. Dyer has the ball. Stokes set up in the post, doesn't use him, forces up a shot. His,
that was a tough one.
that was a tough shot. They're literally 1 foot away from someone taking a shot.
Yeah.
Or your own teammate.
But then that person is also in and out.
And rebound by Ebert. Ooh, kind
With
of a
the
stutter
fake
step.
and goes in.
Kind of a stutter step there, and kind of surprised they didn't call that for traveling because his foot went but.
With what you were saying on the last play there, with that one person there for the shot, 1 foot away.
Yeah.
He's also 1 foot away for the rebound as well, though.
Yeah, but it's putting, if you are taking a shot, if you're driving in and someone is within 1 foot of you, it's not always a bad shot, but it's like you have to wonder, is that the best shot that we could take right here at this time? Running an offense, mind you. And Marquise kind
Gets
of
his
off
own
the
rebound.
mark and
Off
still
again.
struggling with it. Layden can't ground. Oh, and it's bound. Oh, and Smith ends up with the ball. After the tussle, Mosier shoots a shot, makes a three.
That was a three.
Big three. Man, so I tell you what, man. They're making their threes.
Yes.
They're making their threes now.
Offensively here, we've had a few shots, but nothing's gone in.
Well, we're kind of stuck in that spot where, you're 6 feet away. It's kind of hard and awkward to bounce a shot off the backboard. And, I think Coach Pearson's going to maybe
Call
talk about that.
something,
Yeah.
Get set up.
But, when you're 6 feet away, 7 feet away from the basket, you're like, man, I can swish that. That's it. That's the way the kids are thinking today. And it's like, no, man. Bank that daggone hoop in.
Yeah.
It's right there. Hit that white block. And you saw right there, Marquise missed a couple. We have a couple kids have missed some when it's just a fundamental error.
Right, yes, fundamentals.
Bank it in. Bank it in. I know it's not sexy. It's not cool. That's not what's done on
the ESPN top
right.
10
It's
list.
not a 2K23 player, whatever, on
Right.
Xbox. But that's going to work here in
Yes.
human. And we're just not seeing that part. And that's kind of burned us here, chasing down by 6. Harding coming out here, hopefully put something together offensively.
Took some time to draw something up on the board there, show the guys what he has in mind, and let's see if they can execute here. And
Yeah, because I don't think Harding's in danger
No,
zone. It's
no.
just we need an offensive score.
yes, and you just need to just
Run the offense.
have a play set up.
That's going to give you a
And-
high likelihood of success. Yep. So that's
Looks-
where we're at. So Jones with the ball at the top. Off to Dyer. Dyer looks around. Going to go back to Jones. Get a low ball
Still
screen.
good movement.
Yeah, good. It is. This is good motion.
Yeah.
And you got Marcus right there. You've got Marcus. Give him the ball. You've got Marcus Hemphill right there. No man on his hip. Give it. If Marcus is two blocks away or 2 hash away from the basket with no man on his hip, you got to give him the ball. Long
And
three.
it's off.
Off the mark. Jumped up. And Myers
Tough
puts
shot.
the ball in. And I believe that's his first points of the evening, if I'm not mistaken. So we had some good defense against the tall glass of water from Shelby. So hopefully we can kind of maintain that against Myers. Ooh. Yeah, his feet were moving. Easy foul call.
Yeah.
Foul number 4, Chase Ebert, his second.
Now Harding's going to take the ball in from underneath the basket here. This is also one of those tough spots to take the ball out, but let's see how they get stacked up here. Doesn't go with a typical step, a little deep, and let's see how they inbound it. Good bounce pass in. No, he was still out when he got the ball passed back to him. Didn't take the step in that he needed to take.
Yeah, Trey's real frustrated with that. Yep. And Trey needs to keep his head in the game here. I know he can get emotional about it as Harding comes out with this 2-3, and that worked really well against Shelby, so maybe Coach Pearson's trying to get that to work. And Trey's trying to sell the charge, and no.
Just dribbled it off his foot when he did that.
Number one, Trey was moving. Number two, Trey was under the basket. So, no Trey. Sorry. Good try, though.
And here,
if there were a ring under that hoop in the paint, Trey definitely had his heels on that ring.
Yeah, and
so
that's not normally going to go that
way.
No.
So I mean, it's good. It worked out. Ref made the right call, and there's a lot of pressure here on the backcourt. My goodness, Hemphill with the ball. Kemp was looking for Trey, but just wasn't happening. And Harding's going to set it back up. Yeah.
Got a good collapse defense.
Yes.
As soon as that ball goes on,
they close the gap.
Just close it. Yep.
Off the mark, Trey Katie, 22-14, under the halfway point of the second quarter.
Brock Mosier off the mark with
a little tit 21 move there, Josh.
Yeah.
if he made that, does Harding go back to 0?
Oh,
because 15 is a safe point.
That's true. They haven't reached that point yet.
And
they're still struggling here with getting that motion that they had earlier.
Correct. And it's not cleaned up like what we thought it would in the second quarter. It's actually almost gotten tighter, right?
Yes.
I don't feel flow to the game.
No.
And so it makes you wonder who's going to crack first, who's going to try a full court press or something and just take off running. And I feel that's going to come from somebody. One of these two teams is just going to take off.
Yeah.
And it's going to turn to a gazelle fest.
Crikey. This is a hard spot to put it in at as well. The bench right there behind you. You really can't move much.
Yeah, put it in a coffin corner either way. It's tough. I agree. It's a tough place to put it in. Held well. Trey Katie looking for someone. Finds Dyer. Dyer near the middle of the court. Or to Jones. Jones over to Hemphill. Hemphill looking.
Now they're moving.
Oh, and nice three. Look there by Katie. Can't connect still. And I know Trey's probably frustrated. Can't find the bottom of the bucket here. And River Valley, they're content running their offense.
Looking for the three.
Yeah, but
in and out, back in.
Nice shot there by Sawyer Weston, I believe. Oh, Katie was sizing that three up. That was a little too far. And charge. Ooh. He did lower shoulder. He lowered a shoulder. But he was under some pretty decent control. Again, that was a pretty good sell there by River Valley. And his feet were moving.
President's down 10, 2:24 left in the half. This is where they need to turn it on?
Yes.
For sure.
I think it's safe to say we are approaching danger zone just because of the lack of offensive performance.
Yes.
And when you are this cold, you're just this cold. You won't stay this cold the whole night, but River Valley, they're feeling it, and they know Harding's not going to stay cold forever. So they're trying to build up a lead as much as they can,
Yeah, definitely.
And so if Harding can keep this in single digits to go into halftime, that's where they want to be.
And let's, again.
Wow.
0 for 4 so far from the line for River Valley.
You know what that means, Josh?
4 less points.
That's true, but that also means they're probably going to make the next one, and that's your fault.
Well, you said that last time, and it didn't. You're the one that brings the bad moyo.
Easy, Curtis. Second goes up. Ooh.
See? I got the good moyo.
Ooh. Pass in and out. In and out action.
3.
Oh, man. I tell you what.
Nothing but the bottom of the net on that one.
Smith, that's his third 3 tonight. Has 11 of the 27 points.
River Valley does have a very strong shooting outside game.
They do.
And that's been the key to their success.
Of course.
Most of the year.
Well, they are very athletic approaching the rim. They have a few guys that can throw it down pretty easily, and then they shoot out. What they don't have is a very good mid-range game.
Yes.
And if you can close that gap on the three, and then you can stay with them between them and the basket and challenge shots, but Harding's kind of having struggles here that second quarter, and we need that one, and that's off the mark. Put up by Marquise. And finally.
Good. That's changed things just a little bit.
It gives you a little sigh of relief seeing something go through the bottom of the net. I agree. As it chases still by 10. Nice left-handed bounce pass into the paint. Still trying to get down the paint. And off the mark. Rebounded by Stokes. Stokes bear hugs it. Gives it over to Dyer. Dyer looks up. Doesn't see anyone. Continues to travel in the path. A little chuck and jive.
Good
Giving
look.
out to Stokes. Could not get the ball in. And it's going to be going off to Kenny.
Valley.
Kenny on the run. Gives off to Smith. Smith. And it's going to be slowed down. Back to Kenny.
Mosier.
Or Weston. Dang. I'm having a problem tonight. Weston can't get the fall in.
On the floor.
I tell you what. Both teams. That little 5-foot shot. Both teams.
Yep.
They can't make it.
Nope. So far.
And it goes right back to what I was saying earlier, man. That's fundamentals.
Yes.
Hit that little white square.
I had a coach in 8th grade and another miss by River Valley. Struggling from the line tonight.
So Harding under 1 minute. Yeah.
Not had an attempt at the line.
Well, and 7-5 foul. So for as emotional as this game usually is, fairly clean. And of those,
about
12
3 or 4 of those
are offensive.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been a pretty clean game for the Vikings. Ooh. That probably should have been called shoulder. Was not. Nice left-handed English, but followed up then by Carson Myers.
Yeah.
Harding chasing by 12. Under 20 seconds left.
They're going to want to score here before the half.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit of momentum. A 3 would be ideal to draw it to single digits, but anything would be good at this point.
They're pretty much closing that lane.
And that's off the mark.
Asking them to shoot.
A long distance shot, and that's way off the mark. Well, here's the deal. River Valley up 29-17. Harding only scored 3 points that quarter. That's tough to do and stay in a game. So I think we're maybe seeing something different. Folks, we'll be right back for the second half action from a Harding High School Telecom production.
Within the individual cadet. Throughout this course, cadets will focus on developing citizenship and patriotism. They will develop self-reliance and responsiveness to all authority, improving the ability to communicate well both orally and in writing. They will develop an appreciation of the importance of physical fitness. They will increase a respect for the role of the U.S. Armed Forces in support of national objectives. They will develop a knowledge of team-building skills and basic military skills. In addition, anyone taking the 1 to 3 years of this course grants cadets the ability to rank higher should they pursue a military career pathway. For more information, contact your guidance counselor or see Lieutenant Colonel Espinoza in room 234. Global logistics is the process of managing the flow of resources or goods between businesses and the consumers. In addition, global logistics analyzes the acquisition of goods, how the goods are stored, and the methods of transporting the goods within a supply chain. At Harding High School, we are proud to offer a 2-year class in the study of global logistics. In this class, students will receive an English credit for taking Logistics 1. They will also participate in multiple field trips, making connections through real-world projects with local businesses. These students will obtain Career Pathway Logistics certification, earning 12 credits for graduation. Students may also earn Lean Six Sigma certification, giving them a credentialed advantage in the job market. However, most importantly, logistics offers transferable life skills including communications, economic forecasting, workflow optimization, general management, and financial planning skills that will make them invaluable to any career they pursue. If you're interested in global logistics, don't hesitate. Talk to your guidance counselor or stop in to see Mr. Ellis in room 245 for more information.
And folks, we have a special guest here tonight. We have Chuck Williamson, the newly named head football coach for the Marion Harding Presidents. Coach, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So I know that is this the first basketball game you've been able to attend?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right.
Great
Well,
crowd.
boy, I tell you what, man, you picked a doozy.
It's a good one.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Coach.
Coming from Washington Courthouse, was there for 7 years. Coming off 3-4 straight playoff years. Last year went to second round. Our first game was a doozy. We were down 28-0 and fought back and won 62-54, I believe.
Wait, did you say 62-54?
Yes, sir. We score points. We average over 40 a game.
Well, and so how aware were you of Marion Harding? How did you hear about the job?
I heard about it, believe it or not, years ago. Gary Barber, who's now my son's father-in-law, he coached down in this area, and he always said that this was a gold mine here. He said, you got athletes, you have atmosphere, you have great fan base. He said, if you ever get a chance, go to Marion Harding. And I got the opportunity, so I took it.
Yeah, right. So our former superintendent, Gary Barber, the connection there. So, I call the football games too, and yeah, we've had some great athletes come through here. Some seasons where we've been successful, both record and statistically for players. But we've also had some years where we kind of struggled a little bit.
Sure.
And I know one thing that our kids are really excited for is to have someone that's excited, and so what are you going to kind of try and do to kind of build that excitement? I know it'll take some time to build, and you got to get those kids to buy in, but what's your plan for that?
We had a team meeting Tuesday. I came down Tuesday morning, met with the players. We went through a game plan, what expectations we have them, what they should expect from us. We want to come out. We want to be a disciplined, hardest working team in the state, and that's what we want to be.
Right, and I think the discipline thing is key. We've had some times where we've kind of allowed our lack of discipline or kind of seeing what's coming. Some of that's youth, but some of that's kind of impaired our ability to move not only forward in a game, but as a program. So, Coach, I'm really looking forward to that. What do you? I know I'm not asking for you to spill all the gravy here, and but what kind of offense are you looking to run here?
We're a spread team. We like to spread it out. We like to go fast. We run a lot different tempos. We go fastball look. We'll go sugar. We like to control the tempo of the game. We like to one platoon players, try to keep them fresh. Usually a senior, they're senior, and they do some extra conditioning for us. We'll let them play a little spot both sides of the ball. Defensively, we like to get after it. We create turnovers. We work on turnovers every single day. They have to get so many turnovers in a practice.
Do you have any gadgety things, like I know you've seen like various necklaces or artifacts, call it what you will, from teams, whether it's NFL, usually college. Do you have any gimmicky things, like if you get a turnover, you wear the turnover or the interception necklace or something like that?
Last year we used Game of Thrones. We did Throne. We did a king's chair, so they get to sit in the king's chair and snap a picture of them. So we let the kids pick that. The seniors, the leaders of the program, pick that out.
Very good. I like that already. So, what's your? Well, I know you're a football coach.
Yes, sir.
But what's your other job here at Marion City Schools going to be?
I'm going to be working at the alternative school in the mornings and then in the weight room in the afternoons.
Very good, very good. So one thing that, yes, we have a lot of athletes at Harding, and the weight room is always an important thing, of course, in football, and getting that started early. I've seen that you got a couple people on your coaching staff. Who's new on your staff? Are you bringing anyone with you?
Yeah, Kyle Kernum is going to be our defense coordinator. He's coming over from Pleasant, team down the road. Thaddeus Carter is going to work with DBs. LJ Scott's going to be my assistant head coach, offensive coordinator. I'm very excited to have him. We've got to see him in action in the weight room. He's got great rapport with our players.
Yes.
So excited about him. I always mess his last name, Eric Zingas. He's going to coach quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Sorowski is going to be our offensive line coach.
Sorowski's here at Harding right now.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, I mean, one thing we've had here, and we've kind of missed, is having head football coaches, head coaches anywhere, but head coaches such as, prolific things such as football being in our building. We've kind of missed that for the last couple of years. And so I'm glad that not only are you able to be in our building back and forth, et cetera, but we're able to have coaches be in the building that are already here. You're getting those guys involved. And of course, high quality guys like LJ Scott, who I think the world of. So it sounds like you got a good coaching team assembled,
yes,
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited.
So what's the? I know this is your introduction to some of the MOAC. What do you think? When you think of the MOAC, have you been able to look at it and get any feel for it or anything?
Yes, sir. I've been breaking down tape already. So what I watch on tape is very talented football players. They just need to put it all together, be a little more disciplined, and it's a good lick. But I'm excited, and I think we can do great things here.
Now you can lose every game in Ohio State, but that one game.
Absolutely.
That one game around Thanksgiving time, that's very key and important. Are you kind of getting a feel for the River Valley and the Pleasant, that rivalry that exists in this county?
Yes, sir. When I got hired down at Courthouse, the superintendent who hired me, Matt McCorkle, his last question in the interview, can you beat the team down the road? And I said, absolutely, because we've lost like 17 straight, right?
Ooh,
and I said, well, that won't happen. We won 6 out of 7, and the one we did lose, we missed a 10-yard field goal to lose it. So we did a pretty good job there.
Well, Jim Tressel started his career with a guaranteed a basketball game.
Right.
Are you going to have the gumption and the chutzpah to do that?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, hey,
we'll win that game.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being on here with us. Coach, that's our newly hired high school football coach, Chuck Williamson. Coach, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, folks, we are back here for the second half action. Josh?
Yes, I thought I lost my seat for a second.
Josh,
how was it?
You matter to me too.
Thank you.
Hey, I
wish I did to my wife.
Easy, pal. We've all played that game. We've all been in the game long enough. We know. So Harding going to start with the second half of the ball here. Man, had not the second quarter that Harding was hoping for, only scoring 3 points and struggling offensively. Josh, what do you think Harding should do offensively?
I think a lot more of the cut to the basket movement, move through that paint, because they do that so well. And River Valley seems to not pick up on that. They seem to stay on the outside of the paint and leave that open lane.
Well, there it is right there. Speaking of the devil.
So I think if they can get in there and just be strong with the ball, I think they'll do great.
Well, and it was right there. And Hemphill kind of missed on the first one. The dunk there being thrown down by Myers. And Hemphill had it at the very first part, and he didn't really kind of attack the rim with authority, and he got blocked, but Harding ended up scoring. But here's the thing. Smith and Myers, they love backdoor dunks. So Harding's got to be watching for that. And whoever's
Got to be
guarding,
moving quick down.
got to be moving quick. Get back and guard your man. As Dyer can't get to roll in. Off the mark. Ooh, almost a collision. Out to Ebert. Ebert over to Smith. Smith in the corner, out and around and about to Myers. Myers cuts through the hoop, right through the paint.
And
off
it's
the mark.
off.
Oh, rebound by Hemphill. Sees numbers. 3-2, now it's a 2-2, and Hemphill can't get the fall. Rebounded by Jones and doesn't see anything. And, ooh, almost a shank there by Jaden Jones unintentionally. But
gets it back.
Yeah. And
resetting it up.
Dyer's sitting in the center circle like, you guys going to pass it out and set up an offense?
Yes.
Let me know when you're ready.
3. Gets his own rebound, goes back up strong.
Ooh, yeah, that's he blocked that from the point of release from behind.
And that's
physically impossible to do outside of foul.
Right. And also the way, instead of falling away from the shot and retreating to defense, he went right after it.
Right. So.
And that's Harding's first attempt from the line tonight.
And Harding's if they're gonna get in this game, what chances they have to line, they gotta capitalize. I know it sounds Captain Obvious, but
Practice cell number 12, Trey Katie.
They now have more points from the line than River Valley.
And Katie
just wanted to point that out.
That is funny. So, Trey Katie here coming in here. If that dude can lock in and make a couple threes, that is what Harding needs. And I think that's what Coach Pearson's trying to get in and chased him. Ooh.
Timeout. Okay.
Dyer fouled him after he split. So I'm glad that timeout was called. Got a 30-second timeout. Yeah, so Coach Williamson came on here and was blessing us with his presence, just telling us a little bit about, what he sees. And this is his first game he's ever been to. I said, man, you picked the right one.
Yes, definitely. and if you definitely want to meet just about everybody, this is one of the games to be at.
I was hanging down there by the ticket booth, and a gentleman came by and he goes, man, it's busy in here. I said, imagine how packed it'd be if it's Friday or Saturday night.
Yes, definitely.
So, and we're not quite the standing room only. There's still some room behind us on the bleachers, but
yes, but we're up in the nosebleed section,
right,
of the gym.
But there's no buffet for us, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry.
Ebert's got the ball, looking around, seeing if he set something up.
Four
Mosier
gone to Smith.
Smith.
Nice cut there. Back to Smith. Left hand in the hoop. Man, that's that athletic play going to the hoop, right?
Yep.
We were talking about earlier. But that came actually out of some mid-range passes. So that's something I don't think we've really seen too much of from River Valley tonight. And
now that's where I think Hemphill went down there, and I think he would have had the better in that battle.
I agree. As Hemphill gets cut off by Ebert.
And he has the better of this matchup as well. Just doesn't get it to fall.
That's hard to fade away and bank that off.
Yeah, it's a hard shot.
That's a hard shot.
But he definitely had the person that he wanted matched up on, in and out.
And put back in by Smith or Myers.
I think he might have got a little piece of that. That's why that first one didn't go in.
Yeah. Coach is going to take a full timeout. Folks, we'll be right back here. We're going to take a little break. Harding High School Telecom production.
Or check out our many daily specials.
Looking for something to do?
Come in and check out our giant projector screen on game days. Sing with friends on karaoke nights and dance the night away with live entertainment from your favorite local bands.
So even though Rex might have a short reach, we'll never come up short on service.
So remember, when you're hungry, check out the OK Cafe, home of the giant 20-inch Pizzasaurus Rex made to order. dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. Come to the historic OK Cafe, located at 734 East Center Street, Marion made for over 80 years.
And we're back from break. And Josh, you were kind of saying something there while we were on break there. What were you observing?
Noticing in the first half that River Valley's defense kind of clogged up the lane in the first half, and then now it seems to be they've more spread, and it gets very thin, and that lane is open.
Speaking of the devil,
on the inside, and especially to the right-hand side of the lane. If you can get through there,
nice
that
move
lane
by
was
Eagle.
open as well.
Well, here's the thing. I think you're right, and I think they're kind of sensing Harding's going to have to shoot some threes to get back in this
They're
game.
expecting those three-point shots, so
Right.
they're staying outside.
They're flexing out.
And
yeah, Dyer lost contact with the ball. Put in by Smith. And, yeah, Dyer's kind of taking a breather, collecting himself,
and
starting fresh, chasing 17. And Harding has to whittle this down to 10.
see how spread out they are in the
Yes,
paint?
I agree.
If you have good cuts to the basket, I think that could change things a lot. And then once you see that happen, and River Valley sees that happen on a regular basis, and they start to get beat on it, then they go back to where they were, and that opens up your mid-range shots and your 3
threes.
points as well.
And that's when you want Trey in the game.
Right. See, you've got one guy down there.
There we go, Trey King.
And he's got it there.
Right, Smith.
And he's the one you want to have the ball.
Correct.
For threes.
Yep, so him getting on is that's what we need. Harding's going to need
defense.
offensively collapse, but you got to retreat back to your spot, and they do. River Valley will run their offense, hand it off to Smith. Smith over to Ebert. Ball in the air, off the mark, rebounded by Layden Jones. And Dyer will dribble the ball up the floor.
Good
over to
forced
Hemphill.
pass.
Hemphill leans into it and uses,
Put a little too much on it.
The contact he was anticipating wasn't there. And he should have gone on the left-hand side of the rim rather than the right. Yeah, because just the contact wasn't there, and he overcompensated. And it was obvious. Ooh, off the mark. Ebert, around the horn. Mosier, down to Myers. Myers on the block, takes a move over to the right. And,
Nope, he wants it,
and
but
Trey,
not going to get it.
Trey Cady wanted to charge. And the referees are kind of looking at Trey, seeing how much he keeps chirping. Here's the thing. That was actually a great attempt by Trey. The big thing is the way he was not angled between his man and the basket, and it was not angled into the turn. He had already turned. So that was actually a good call by the official, but it was a great effort by Trey. That was a good attempt.
Yep. Coach needed to pull him out and calm him down there just a second. But I think we should see him back in here real quick.
Ooh. Got to have good passes here as we try and take care of the ball, chasing down by 17 again. And what had a couple of shots made, we're find ourselves back in that hole. And, Harding's had some bad passing tonight, just not clean, not crisp.
Good
Marquise
save.
Long finds himself in the scores table here, way off the mark. Ain't no Joe Burrow.
And
okay, down 15. Oh, whoa! I have no idea what that was. Layden, he knows. He feels bad.
Okay.
I don't know what that was. And here's the.
Did he think maybe his back was turned?
Nah, it's like
maybe?
it was just. We are not playing the correct mental game, and I don't know what that is. I don't know why that is, and I know Layden feels bad. He knows. No one needs to say anything, and you never saw his teammates say anything to him. They know that he knows. So honestly, that's good teammate support. They weren't like chirping at him and yelling at him and all that crap. So And honestly, River Valley only got 1 point out of that.
Right.
That could have been much worse. So
And
Marquise Long with the ball down and Dyer. And Hemphill
I
has
like his matchup down there.
I do too.
Goes up
Just
strong.
right like that.
Yeah. They're staying on that outside and expecting more threes.
Correct.
And if we just keep strong down there,
Ooh,
good
ooh,
rebound,
ooh.
a little
Probably,
bit of bumping
yeah,
there.
Bump by Kenny, not called. And Dyer pulls up
for two.
Oh, and
Only
it's,
two.
it was two. The foot was on the line.
Yep.
You're right. You called that. You saw that first. Nice look. Dyer,
And-
but it's a good two. Hey, down
Hey,
12.
You got the ball. You got down. You scored some points. Momentum shifted.
You got to take care of defense, though. Got to
Yes.
play solid defense. Oh, man. Gamble by Hemphill, and that was
That
exposed by
part didn't pay
Kenny.
off.
Yeah, that was – he was trying to blindside double team, and it did not pay off the way he was anticipating. Coach Pearson
And-
calling out the orders.
Yep. And again, they're spread out with that one.
Plenty of
Down.
space for the three, but rebounded by Jones, and he gets fouled on the floor.
Good try to get it up and get the call on the shot.
This would be a good time with who is on long, running that ISO play that a lot of teams run, putting their athlete in the middle of the paint,
Yep.
lobbing
And
it
lob
up
it
to
in.
him.
Yep.
This is that. However, you got Smith guarding the inbound. So
Yep,
there it
there's
is.
lob.
There it is. Oh, but you got to make them. Yep, yeah. Hit.
Just last touch and
By
right
Jeffrey
on the
Jones.
line.
Yep, last hit by Jones, and he's the last one to hit, unfortunately.
But that was that play, the perfect call for that play right
Yep.
there.
Smith makes it a challenge because of his length, 6'4", but good play. Again, man, it's that 5-foot shot, Josh.
Yeah. Yep.
That is our Achilles heel. I mean,
It has been tonight.
great googly moogly. Harding running a three-court press. Doesn't work well. It's Kenny goes up off the mark. Rebounded.
team.
Dyer on the run. Dyer looks up, sees he has the 3-3 advantage, and he charges in.
And this is rough there. That you have that momentum. I know you want the points, but you got to look out around you.
Well, Harding's had, I believe that's 4 or 5 charges here. That's most of their fouls, I believe, if I'm not standing incorrect
Good
there.
steal.
Good steal by Long, has advantage. Or to Dyer, three
is good. 31 seconds.
down by
See
11.
what they do here. Still going with that, trying to get that full court press.
And if you stop them and you score, you have a chance to sink it down to single
And
digits.
you don't want to foul here.
Off the mark,
And that's
rebounded
what
by
you're
Jones.
looking for.
Jones down to Long with 13 seconds left. Not necessary, but Long's going to back him down to the block. Out to Jones. Jones spins
Good
to the
take,
bucket,
up
and it
and in.
finds it in.
Turning things around here.
Harding
Buzzer's
needs to
gonna
close it.
go off
Harding-
here.
yep, it's
They're
off
not
the-
going to get the shot.
Ooh.
It was close.
Even the ref's like, no
No,
way.
not today.
Folks, we're going to be back for what could be a barn burner for the fourth quarter action at Harding High School. Actually, John, let's go ahead and stay here because the cheerleaders are on. And that was an opportunity for friends and family and fans
Yes.
to watch the cheerleaders in action here between the third and fourth quarter. And, you know, Josh, 45-36, much better output by Harding there in the third quarter, scoring 19 points.
Yes.
So they won the quarter. right? They won
Yes.
the quarter, but it's not enough to close the gap from the second quarter.
Defensively, had struggled there, leaving the paint open.
Mosier gets fouled, doesn't go in, so he has to earn the 2 shots.
And that's where they struggled tonight.
And you know,
I've watched River Valley throughout the year, and I haven't seen them miss this many free throws.
well, then it's somewhat keeping us around the ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there, Blake Mosier makes the first one. 6'2" senior. I mean, River Valley's got a lot of seniors.
Yes, they do.
This is the year where they're going to try and make some noise, and he gets the second one to tiptoe into the rim, and Hemphill's going to check in next dead ball as Dyer dribbles the ball down the floor. Harding.
And they're moving a lot more.
Yep.
And they see that paint. Now this is where they start to clog up the paint again.
Right, it's a 3-2 it's a 3-2 motion, but now they're set. Hold on. Now they're setting up with 4.
Yep, the 4.
Oh, and just gets picked off, and River Valley's going to take their sweet time. They're going to use the clock. They're not going to take the gas off, but they're going to take the time. Little James Worthy finger roll there put in by Brock Mosier. 6-foot senior guard. And here comes Dyer coming down the floor. Harding chasing by 13. And the rule of thumb is if you're trying to make a comeback, you want to be down by as many points as there are minutes left. So Harding has some work to do.
Yeah. And
so kind of setting up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So here we go. Dyer.
Now they.
That's Stokes. Stokes fakes a 3. Oh, it's Stokes. Blocked off the side of the hoop, and here's the thing. He's kind of forced to take a bad shot. No one was moving.
No
one's cutting. There should have been a man cutting straight to the basket from the opposite end. And
and it's harder though. There was, if you saw on that play, there was about 4 River Valley guys just in an arch.
They're clammed right in there. Yeah, I agree. But no one was moving, so they were all in a perfect position. And Stokes kind of feel like he was forced into that. Ooh, a little push off there. Good, no call. Trying to really thread that through a really small hole. Dyer looks around at the third hash.
Good
off
look.
To Marquise.
Good
left
take.
hand. Can't get to roll in. Ooh, kind of a stiff right shoulder there from Mosier to Stokes. And so we need some turnovers, Josh.
Yes. And we had one there, but they need to convert to points as well.
Correct. Yep.
So.
And here comes Trey Cady. It's going to be Trey Cady time. Ooh, stiff upper lip from Carson Myers. Nice fadeaway. And making that shot over to Stokes. Stokes finds himself in the first block. And, that was and the fans are going to be upset because they're like, oh, that was a late call. But it was the right call.
On the floor.
Yep. That was
River Valley foul number 21.
Okay, now we've got the substitutions here.
Yep, Trey Cady coming in. Hemphill coming in. And I have a feeling they could potentially be in the rest of the game because we're going to need some threes and we're going to need Hemphill.
And he gets his first 3
up
and out. Just in
and out. Scoops in and out, yeah. Sheesh. And again, River Valley's going to take their time. They're going to run an offense.
And that's, when you're in a position like this, you definitely want to do that.
Of course. If it was 46-50, it'd be a different game.
Yes.
But, you got all sorts of time is on your side. Ooh, nice Euro step there by Blake Mosier. And we are officially in danger territory.
And they're showing that same, they don't want any of those outside shots.
Josh, you can sense it. That we're and our kids know it. You can tell by their body language. Yeah.
Just going in and out.
You can tell by the body language that just the way they're carrying themselves, that they know, like, this is getting away from us.
And
foul on Myers. He's going to shoot 2 free throws. And that's the thing. You can sense it. You can see it. And I think that it's largely frustration from the part of the Prexies. Because, man, they have come into this game red hot.
yes.
I mean, they not only did they have their way with Shelby, they had their way with Shelby and then had cake too, man. I mean, they blew them open. So to come in here and having a chance to make this a three-horse match for the top of the league, it's not worked out how they originally intended tonight. And maybe some of that could have been the mental aspect of the game and some of it's just the ball not going through the hoop, man. That happens. But it's not done yet. 4 minutes left, down by 19.
That's a lot of time in basketball.
Oh.
4 minutes is a lot of time in basketball.
It is. And honestly, I don't know about Marcus Hemphill from behind the three-point line, but all those guys that are in right now for Harding, they can make threes. They can make threes.
See the matchup.
Yep. Here we go.
Shooting 2.
Coach Pearson is livid with the official down low because he feels that official has kind of not called some things, and other officials have had to make the calls for him, and he's letting him have an earful. And the official knows it. Gave him the old stare down, the old side eye. Long makes the first.
First one.
And as long as you can score with that clock stop, baby.
Yes. That's why
Hey,
rebound.
that's a good
works.
thing. That's a good thing. That's what you want. That's a good thing. You have an opportunity to maybe make it a 4-point trip. Ooh.
Yeah.
Kind of trying to force
Pushing
that up.
around.
Yeah, and maybe a tough contact, but no foul call. It's hard to get 2 called in the same trip on it for you. Oh, and the C's opened up for Ebert, and he went straight down. Ooh. Trey kind of got hit off balance and taken in there by Jones. Jones with the left hand. Golly, the 5-foot shot, man. Layden Jones in the corner. Finds Marcus.
There's the good matchup. You just can't get it to go down.
This is the perfect tape to show youngsters the importance of banking. This is the perfect film. If there is a film to show the importance of a bank shot, this is a good one to do.
Just under 3 minutes. Still plenty of time. If you can get some defense.
Yeah,
Tried for a dunk there.
Yeah,
got denied by
saw that
the
coming.
rim.
And Layden Jones
off the backboard and in.
What?
And
Gonna cut
going
to,
for extra.
Yep. So 20-point lead as a few of the fans have shuffled their way out the door. Coach Pearson. Oh, we got a full timeout. Folks, we're going to take a little break, and then we will be right back for the rest of the game from a Harding High School Telecom production.
Be part of that change by offering an advanced manufacturing course. Integrated Production Technologies will introduce you to the exciting career of modern manufacturing through hands-on application of the latest in manufacturing technologies and practices. Don't hesitate with your scheduling. Contact your guidance counselor or Mr. Potcutter in room 249 for more information about launching your manufacturing career. The U.S. Army Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps is one of the largest character development and citizenship programs for youth in the world. Their mission is to promote character and leadership development focused on developing self-confidence, discipline, citizenship, leadership.
And we're back. We are here in the 4th period, and this is where we really need to turn it on. Some good clock management.
You're going to make it respectable.
Right.
Hey, if it gets under 2 minutes, honestly, we're down 18.
Right.
If we get under 2 minutes and we're still down by 14,
that JV game before this, they were down about 13-14 in about 23 seconds and tied it up. So a lot of points can be scored in just a few seconds.
So, yeah, you could see, River Valley running a lot of backdoor stuff. And there you go. A lot of motion, throwing that ball up to Carson Myers. And, Harding beat River Valley here on this court last year, and it was emotional. And so River Valley, they've had this circled on their calendar, too, for quite some time. There we go. Jeffrey Jones with a possible 3-point play. So, looking at the roster, Jeffrey Jones, a senior, Jaden Jones, a senior. Those are our major contributing seniors, and so to be quite honest, man, I mean the future looks good for Harding.
Yes.
It's just
yes, definitely.
But this is an issue where Harding's now going to have to get that chip on their shoulder, and tonight they kind of came out just mentally flat and had some bad luck mixed with it. That is just not a good combination for the Prec season. Hey, those nights happen. Nice jump stop, and see, they don't even want the shot. This is all about stalling that clock.
Get it out of your hands as quick as you can.
Oh, jeez. Unlucky, over to Mosier, and throws it in. And Dyer, he feels pressure to just pull up and shoot. Jones,
in and out, but
over his shoulder to Hemphill.
Yes.
Kept his chin to the rim. And, I kind of, seeing what you were kind of talking about earlier, I see some of that stuff too with if we were able to make some of those just little 5-7 foot shots.
Yes.
We just had so many of them bounce out. We were fortunate that they missed so many free throws early on. That kind of kept us around.
Yeah.
And if we would have made in tandem with those misses, even
definitely
3 or 4 of those, we're talking about, okay, where's the ball game? A couple possessions. And, as fans are kind of filing out, they're kind of seeing the writing on the wall. But, man, what you don't want to see is Harding just throwing in the towel.
No. And I don't think we'll see that. They're going to go hard here because
it's a rivalry.
And they don't want any more points on the board for River Valley at all. And they're going to do their best to not give it to them. So,
again, if you can get this to become a 8-9 point loss, I hate the term a good loss. I hate that term, but it makes it respectable. Like, okay, we fought down there, we tried to close the gap, but they're gonna have to do some magic here. And
try get the trap.
They're gonna have to
working it around.
Yep. I was kind of hoping that Harding would go to a full court press earlier. But I know it's hard. You got Myers and you got Smith. Just that length and the ability to throw up and to have a dunk and all that stuff. It makes it hard to want to challenge full court press. The athleticism of River Valley. But so past here, Marion is going to be in Mount Vernon. They go to Mount Vernon next Tuesday, which that's a good breather from conference play. You go a known foe, and most sports we end up playing Mount Vernon. And the girls end up playing there too. So this is an opportunity for Harding to kind of take a break from conference schedule, refocus, regroup, and then next Tuesday, like I said, Mount Vernon, but then that Friday they're home against Ontario. Are you on board for that?
Yes.
Next Friday?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so. And next Saturday? It's next Friday and Saturday. So I'll have to talk to John about that one.
So we will see River Valley's trying to get it out of their hands quickly so they don't get fouled.
Yep.
Just moving it around, run down the clock.
Yep, this is all.
Here we are getting to close to just under a minute right now. And that's what they're.
It's a
they're
Syracuse
going for.
weave, pinwheel move. Yep, that's all it is. And Harding's not fouling. It's a kind of a, it's a good sportsmanship by both teams. You're not running up the score. You know you're not laying down, but it's just I'm not going to prolong this. Hopefully everyone has cooler heads and we prevail and we move on.
Yeah, and this stinks, but you've still got these next games that are coming up that you need to focus on.
Correct. And Harding, but they were able to put themselves in this position, right? Harding put themselves in this position to be able to play in a game like this. There's something to be said that's positive about that too, man.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, just not the night that Harding hoped for offensively, dropping 61-45, and Harding still have a good ball club. River Valley's a good ball club. These were just two heavyweights, and one just had their wrist taped tighter. And so, folks, thanks for joining us this evening, and hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast. Maybe even hearing from our current football coach who just came here, and was glad to interview him as well, Chuck Williamson. So, Josh?
Real quick, just like to say happy birthday to my daughter, Kayla Votal, and today's her birthday, and I know I just had Joseph on the other day. So,
man, I tell you what, this is a busy time of the year for you.
It is. It is.
So, folks, thanks for watching us, and come on out here. We got a couple more events. I know this Saturday we got Sensational for our show choir. It's a great event, great time for families to come out, people to come out, the community to come out and support these kids. All right, folks, Harding High School Telecom Production. I'm Scott Cameron, and for Josh Votal, go Prexies.